So I know you are asking yourself and thinking, why do I need to raise young girls? I am not a mother yet. Or some of us are thinking, yes, now I have the tools to help my daughter become a feminine woman. Whether you're a mother trying to raise a young lady or a young girl into a feminine woman, or you are simply a woman watching this, I want you to know that the same applies to every single one of us. You know, if you're a mother and you're going to be teaching your daughter to be feminine, then of course you have to lead by example. And if you was a young person or an older person watching this and thinking, well, it's too late for me. No, it's not. The same protocols apply to you. You have to nurture your inner self to become more feminine in the same way as you would nurture your daughter or your future daughter or your perceived daughter or your imaginary daughter. If this video is you want to really learn how to nurture your own femininity, your own inner child into becoming that high value feminine goddess that we know that you can be, then this video is for you too. But I'm going to be addressing the moms and the moms to be, because to be forewarned is to be forearmed. I actually wanted to write a book about this because I realized that this is something that we have to teach our daughters, because a lot of why we are not feminine or struggle with our femininity has a lot to do with our lack of training ourselves as we were growing up as young ladies, especially in the modern world. So let's talk about this a little bit further, but I will see you right after this. Hello, my name is Chengi. I am your dating and relationship expert here at the Black Swan Relationship Academy, where my coaches and I teach you ladies how to present as high value, high status, and high worth women that high quality men find completely irresistible. But above all, how to create the relationships that you crave and deserve. Whether you are dating, in a relationship, or married, this channel is for you. Make sure you catch every single broadcast, and let's get to the other side of love. Okie dokie, let's start with our first point. You know, being modern women with the opportunities that are available to us, I am very much one of these women that are conscious of the opportunities available to me, more so than the things that stop me from being great as a woman. It's really down to your consciousness. My being a female has never gotten in the way of my ambition or my desires. I've never held my head down even when I'm in a room full of men, because I was taught by my father that my value was never in the things that pertained to how much money I had, or how loud I could be, or how smart I could present in a room, but that my value was more inherent in my being. Now, those of us who understand what femininity is, it's really about being, not doing. And so my father inadvertently, even though he was the first feminist I ever met, he really taught me, and my mother taught me, that my value is in who I am being every day. If I am being me and being as amazing as I can be in any room, I can achieve whatever I want to achieve. As we are raised and we teach our children to have a great education and really establish themselves as independent, powerful beings, women in this world who can do anything they want to do and put their minds towards, I think that's a fantastic message to teach our young ladies. I want you to remember to also teach her that above and beyond what you do, how you perform, you are valuable for being you. This is a very hard lesson. Even us as adults have struggled to really understand our value in our being, because we were systemized and brought into a world that was masculine. The workforce, money, making money, business, education are all masculine principles. The workplace was designed for men, and so because men would naturally, especially at that time, be more in their masculine energy and therefore would need the systems to be a certain way. And the systems were performance-based, results-orientated, and in order to do that, we know that we have to lean into our masculine energy. But when we make a young lady feel that it is her masculine energy, her doing energy that makes her valuable, she will abandon her femininity at a very young age and opt to be masculine with hair, makeup, lipstick, and pretty on the outside but masculine on the inside. We all know here at the Black Swan Relationship Academy that we are both feminine and masculine, and this makes up our womanhood. If you want to watch a video that I've created, the difference between being a sacred woman and being a divine feminine woman. You have your sacred right to your womanhood, whether you want to manifest in the world as a masculine energy woman, taking charge and being a leader in your relationship. That is a choice that you want to make, or whether you want to be a feminine goddess and leading from that foot forward. That again is your choice. However, we know that here at the Black Swan Relationship Academy, we are really into developing our feminine energy so that we can be the kind of woman that has the best pick of the masculine men in the world. Doesn't mean that you cannot date a feminine man. It doesn't mean that you cannot be happy. But this here at the Black Swan Relationship Academy, we like to date masculine, high value men who have a provider mindset, who cherishes, and who are willing to protect us. And so it's really important, if you want that kind of spouse for your young lady, for you to teach them that their value is inherent. It is truly who they are, the fact that they were born, the fact that they are. This is a very divine right, a very important thing for us to communicate to our young. Moving forward, once we have established that in our young girls, we want to nurture their girlish tendencies. What does this mean? We live in a world that tells us, give your girls a truck to drive. Let her wear dark blue. Let her wear blue. Let her, buy her trucks and buy her motorcycles, because hey, who says little girls want to play with dollies? To a degree, I agree. If there are loads of toys and a girl wants to be speeding along in a little car and that makes her feel great as a woman, that is absolutely amazing. But when you want to raise a feminine woman, you want to make sure that she is nurturing those more softer tendencies, those more traditionally feminine tendencies, alongside her other more masculine tendencies. I was never really the girl in the pink. I never was. Like I said, was raised by a feminist dad who wanted to give me every opportunity. I played with trucks and tires and the boys for much of my life. But I did have a mother who nurtured my feminine tendencies. I had a mom. I loved makeup too. I loved wearing pretty dresses. I loved having ponytails and nice hair. I enjoyed the feminine arts as well. And my parents did not try to squash one or the other. They nurtured both parts of me. My mother took the time to really nurture that part of me that liked to look pretty, that liked to be soft, that liked to be gentle, that liked to be more passive. I am a very focused, very driven, very ambitious woman, but I also enjoy leaning back and letting my man take control. I enjoy not always being right and not always having my way and just letting things unfold, because when I'm in my divine feminine, then my sacred womanhood is really at its maximum. And so it's really very important that we're able to do and nurture those other girly sides, because we know that attraction is really built with polarity. When she knows how to sit in her feminine intentionally and deliberately, she is by definition going to send out a signal to only masculine men who are seated in their masculine energy. And for those boy moms, I promise you I've got a video coming out for you, because I know that many of you are saying, how on earth can we make sure that our boys don't turn out to be not masculine? Okay, so a video is coming for you. The next thing is to teach her the sacred relationship with her body. This is really very important because the feminine lives in her body. She lives in her body. This is the feminine experience, is neck down. How we are feeling and what is going on the inside of us, and how we're processing our emotions, how we're processing our truths, but above all, more sacredly, how we're processing the information that our gut is taking in. We want to start teaching our young ladies to be more intuitive, to go into their gut. And this starts with things like, Mom, I think that I should do this, or I want to do that. And instead of saying, well, you should do A, B, C, and D, we're asking her, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about the whole situation? What do you think deep down inside? What's your inner voice telling you about the direction that you should take? When we begin to question our daughters like that, we force them to go inside of their body for the information that they need. One thing that I will tell you is that our first brain is our gut, then our heart, and then our brain. And the information that comes from our gut is more spiritually aligned, more accurate, and carries the greatest truth, because that often comes from our truest, most authentic self, of which God speaks to. And so when we go into our gut for information, we often manifest as wise feminine women, because feminine energy is wise whilst masculine energy is intelligent. Wisdom and intelligence are two very different things, both working hand in hand. Of course, we want our young ladies to be intelligent, hello, but above all, we want them to be wise. The Bible says that a wise woman builds her house, but a foolish one with her own hands tears them down. So we know that suddenly in the area of relationships, wisdom is really important, but we need to cultivate wisdom in our daughters by speaking to their intuition, asking them to check in with themselves. And this is something and a practice that I tell my adult female clients to do. What is your gut telling you? What are you feeling about the situation? Because whatever you're feeling is going to be your guide.
Do you need to perform for his love just to get his attention?
Does your world crumble when you get criticized?
You need to perform for his love because you feel if you don't perform for his love, you'll lose him.
Girl, come over to
Nice Girl Rehab, 5th of November.
We hope to see you there.
It's reloaded. Join us.
Yes, ladies, Nice Girl Rehab is back and is better than ever. We are out here changing lives in the month of November. We are going to be steaming ahead with Nice Girl Rehab. It's time to shake things up and really create the love that we crave and deserve. I know that we have been doing our best this year, but we're gonna end this year strong, and I hope to see you at the Nice Girl Rehab. Follow the link in the description, and we will see you on this free, did I say free, masterclass with women coming from all over the world. Share it with your friends, share it with absolutely everyone. We will see you there. Bye bye now. Validate her feelings. Let her know that what she feels, she has every right to. You have every right to feel that way, darling. It's okay for you to feel it, and it's okay for you to be compassionate. Doesn't mean that we're going to act out of our feelings, but we're going to sit in them, process them, understand them, and then make a decision after we have churned in all of that information. It's really important that we teach our young girls to be validated in their emotions. If home is not a safe space for validation, she will seek it out in the arms of some delinquent, horny teenage boy. We don't want that for her. We want her to have a wonderful relationship with her feelings. Now back to the point of her sacred body. When we teach our children to go into their body and live in their body, they will put more value on their body. They're less likely to give themselves away to some horny teenager who's making them promises and is only going to ruin her heart or hurt or break her heart. When a girl is in her body, usually when we were teenagers, we remember that when we were in our bodies, we just knew, no, I don't like this guy. I don't like him. I don't like what he's asking me to do. I don't like what he's insinuating that we do. Our bodies always speak to us. And the sooner we get in touch with our bodies, the sooner we're more in touch, and the sooner we teach our young ladies to be in touch with their bodies, then the sooner they can make the right decisions for themselves, sexually and in relationships in general. Teach her non-resistance. to the masculine, to being served, to being given. I know that we're living in a culture, in a modern world where, well, we can do 50-50, or, you can pay too. Now, I am not saying that these things are inherently wrong within themselves. If this is a relationship model that you would like to pursue, you have every single right to that relationship model, and you will not be judged here at the Black Swan Relationship Academy. But it is really important for us to understand that feminine energy is available and receptive and passive. So it is important that if we are going to be in a relationship with a masculine man, that we actually master the ability to be receptive. Receptivity is not just being open to whatever is being offered, but it's really about a non-resistance. Yes, I am a wonderful independent woman who can do for myself. And when I go on a date, I'm gonna have my own money. However, if the gentleman offers to pay, do not resist. I am strong and I am powerful and I lift weights in the gym. I can open my own door, but do not resist when a gentleman wants to do that for you. We have to understand that when we put resistance in the heart of our young ladies, even when they don't mean to be resistant, will come across and read more masculine. To be receptive and available is really about abandoning the resistance to receive, to allow kindness, chivalry, gentlemanliness to be presented to us without resistance, to allow ourselves and our partners to take care of us without resistance. So it's really important that we train our brain and train our hearts not to be resistant, especially our young lady. You don't have to be helpless, but if there's a gentleman that's offering to help, by all means, let him do that. Relax yourself and enjoy the ride. The next thing we need to teach her is the difference between strength and power. The feminine woman is powerful. The masculine woman is strong. Is this to say that within our bodies we cannot contain both strength and power? Absolutely not. It is absolutely possible for you to be a strong woman and be a powerful woman. However, in order for us to exist in our strength, we have to be in our masculine energy. In order for us to exist in our power, we have to be in our feminine energy. And like I've always said on this channel, the powerful move the strong. Like I've always given the analogy, a baby is very small, very fragile, tiny, cannot speak, poops and throws up every 2 seconds. In fact, we could just completely kill a baby without even thinking about it. It's so easy. However, they're born with this inherent power to make big grown-ups who are intelligent, stronger than them, able to do things for them, stay up at night, clean their bottoms, and feed them whenever they demand it, right? This is what power and strength looks like. So if we want our young ladies to be feminine and powerful, to allow the strong to be moved by their power, then this is an understanding that they need to have. That being in their feminine is going to cause them to be powerful, to move the strong. The man in the big truck, in those big construction trucks, moving mountains, etc., he is a tiny, but he has the power to move big steel arms around. The steel arms are strong, but he has the power. He's got the keys. He's got his foot on the pedal. He knows how to move things around. And this is about understanding that we may be more fragile, more delicate to look at. And even when we speak in our softest tones and our nicest voice, we still can move the strong. I don't know about you, but I would rather just have the strong move around me. And when I need to be strong, I'm okay to jump in there and be strong. And last but not least, let's give our young ladies a sense of purpose. Let our young ladies know that we were not sent here on the earth to be married, to be in a relationship, but that we need to be in a relationship and married for our purpose, should our purpose require it. Really, a young lady needs to understand that she was sent on the earth to fulfill a purpose bigger than herself. she had to come in the female form. That's the only way she could accomplish her purpose. That being female, being feminine, is part of her superpower, part of her major tools in order to change the world in the way she's supposed to change it. That she's not defined by whether she has a ring or not. That her value does not consist on whether she has a man or relationship or not. But not to resist a relationship because she's pursuing something else. She's pursuing, a degree, or pursuing that she can have them both. And that if her purpose requires it, she will need a companion. I want us to teach our young ladies that they are whole with or without a relationship. But if one should be presented with an amazing man, that she is well able and capable of causing him to fall madly in love with her for the rest of her life and become her king and protector and provider, an amazing guy who is going to stand side by side with her and help her fulfill her purpose. It's so important that our daughters know that life gives them so many opportunities to be queens, to be great, and that we, working alongside men, can be a powerful force. I hope that these few tips are helping you girl moms. I hope that these tips are going to help you young ladies who are watching this thinking maybe I can implement a little bit of that in my own life. I'm hoping to see you at the Nice Girl Rehab on the 5th of November 2022. For those of you who are watching this video after the 5th of November 2022, you will be able to purchase the replay. It is going to be a transformational November. We are going to come through and change your lives with the follow-up of the challenge that we'll be doing in the next 4 weeks towards Christmas, because we know that it is time for you to take your life back, to take your power back. And I hope to see you on that next video that I'm going to be doing for you. In the meantime, do take care of you. Love you lots. Bye bye now. Well done for coming to the end of this video. What I want to ask you is, what have you learned? What is your takeaway? And what are you going to start practicing right away? Those 3 things are how you are going to get the best out of every class here at the Black Swan Relationship Academy. Please put it in the comments so that we can all have a look. So I can have a look, the coaches can have a look. And I promise you, we read every comment. We may not be able to reply to every comment, but we read all of your comments and we want to see how you are growing. And we will see you on the next video.